Scorpio, welcome to your monthly horoscope for March 2025. My name is Adeana. I'm an intuitive astrologer. And in these monthly horoscopes, I go through the energies you will be navigating for the month ahead. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. Now, let's get right into it because we have a lot to cover. We are entering eclipse season, plus, we have Venus retrograde this month and Mercury retrograde. So let's first cover all of the significant transits for March. Now, on the 1st, as soon as we come into the month, we have Venus stationing retrograde. On the 3rd, we have Mercury entering Aries. On the 14th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees. On the 15th, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries. And keep in mind that Mercury and Venus will be retrograding over the same area of your chart, pretty much the same degree points, not exactly, but there's a lot of reassessment and reevaluation going on in this area of life. Now, on March 20th, we have the Sun entering Aries. On the 22nd, we have our Venus Cazimi. On the 24th, we have our Mercury Cazimi. And on the 27th, we have Venus re entering Pisces. Venus is going to retrograde back into Pisces. Now, also keep in mind that for the entire month of February, Venus was pre-shadow. So, if you think back to major themes, topics, events, situations, that can give you an idea of how this Venus retrograde energy is showing up for you. Now, on March 29th, we will have our new moon solar eclipse in Aries at 9 degrees, closing out the 2 year saga and change that's gone on in this Aries Libra axis of our chart. Now, also on the 29th, we have Mercury re entering Pisces. And then on the 30th, we will have Neptune entering Aries. Huge energy shift here. We've had Neptune in Pisces for the last 14 years. Now, I will be posting a separate video going much deeper into the Neptune and Aries energies. But Neptune is going to be in Aries from March 30th to October 22nd. So during this time period, we definitely will get a little taste of what this Neptune and Aries energy is going to bring. However, we're not going to see the entire picture just yet since it is a 14-year transit. Now let's get into the horoscope. So for those of you who have not watched my monthly horoscopes before, I break the horoscopes down by week and I select a chart for each week to give you a bit of a visual. So coming right into the month on the first week of March, on the 1st, we have Venus stationing retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries. Aries is in your 6th house of work, health, and daily routine, your nutrition habits, your workout routine, your work ethic, the work that you do at your career. This is all about your daily duties at home, how you organize your day, your schedule, all your routines. It's all in that 6th house. So there can be a lot that you're rethinking and reevaluating when it has to do with your daily routines or maybe how you structure your days kind of moving forward. Now, on the 3rd, we will have Mercury entering Aries. So Mercury is going to be pre-shadow at this point. So we want to pay attention to, what is showing up around important conversations, information, our mindset. This is definitely a month to journal because there's a lot going on and activated because Mercury is the dispositor of that South Node as well in Virgo. And like I've been telling all of the other signs, by the time we leave March, we are going to have a pretty good idea of what the changes are going to be and the new direction in these areas of life with the nodes, just because of all of the energy. Now, once we get to the 2nd week of March on the 14th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees, which is disposited by Mercury. And so the South Node has to do with releasing, letting something go. It's something that you're moving away from, or it can be something coming back from the past. And this is in your 11th house of friends and friendships, social groups, organizations, networking. So there can be, possible friendships coming back from the past, or there can be just letting go of groups and associations that you no longer want to be attached to. Can definitely, or friendships. It can definitely show up in that way. But either way, by the end of this month, you will get an idea of what those changes are going to be. Now, on the 15th, we will have Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries at 9 degrees in your sixth house. So again, Mercury and Venus are going to retrograde over this area here. Now, you have Pisces in your fifth house of children, creativity, passion, romance, hobbies, interests. So there's a lot you're also rethinking in this area of life. And there's also a lot of activations taking place in this area of life for whatever new journey you are moving into, because the North Node's been at this 27th degree since February 8th and will be there until April 17th. So there's been quite a lot of conjunctions at this 27th degree with this North Node. Now, the Sun is going to form a conjunction to the North Node March 17th. We really want to pay attention on this day to what is showing up because there can be really beautiful support, insight, clarity for whatever this new journey is and new direction is in this area of life. Now, once we get to the third week of March on the 20th, we will have the Sun enter Aries. And then on the 22nd, we have our Venus Cazimi at 2 degrees of Aries. And this is when there can be, a better understanding, insight around what you're moving through and navigating with this Venus retrograde energy. And again, keep in mind, Venus was pre-shadow the entire month of February. So whatever themes, topics, and events you were moving through or that was showing up in February, that will give you an idea of how you're kind of what is showing up during this Venus retrograde phase. But when we have a Cazimi, this is where the planet gets renewed in a sense. So there can be like really beautiful insight or support around whatever you're navigating with that Venus Cazimi. Now, once we get to the fourth week of March, on the 24th, we have our Mercury Cazimi at 4 degrees of Aries. In your sixth house, again, pay attention on this day to any important conversations or information coming in. Anything that kind of stands out. Write it down. It may not seem significant now, but in a few months or even a year from now, it may be, more significant than you thought. So if you're having a conversation with someone, or you're listening to someone, or you receive some type of information and there's something about it that just stands out, write it down. Now, on the 27th, Venus is going to re-enter Pisces, and Venus will form a conjunction to the North Node again. So there's a lot of activations to this North Node, this new journey and direction we're moving into in this area of life. And again, that fifth house rules children, creativity, creative projects. Everything you enjoy doing, everything you do for fun is in that fifth house. Your hobbies, your interests and entertainment, romantic connections, how you approach romantic partnerships. So there can be, even to a lot of rethinking and reevaluating romantic connections. Now, on the 29th, we will have our new moon solar eclipse in Aries at 9 degrees. So this is closing out the changes and energy we've been navigating with this Aries Libra axis in the 6th and 12th house. So the nodes entered Aries and Libra July 2023. So really since even before that, when we had our first Aries solar eclipse, which was April 2023. So almost 2 years, whatever changes you've been going through around your work, health, and daily routine, and these 12th house themes and topics like spirituality, karma, isolation, self-undoing, self-sabotaging, escapism, also the subconscious is in the 12th house. This is kind of a closing out that energy, that cycle. So there's like one last event taking place, bringing in this final closure in a sense. Now, also on the 29th, we have Mercury re-entering Pisces here in your fifth house. And then on the 30th, we will have Neptune enter Aries. So Neptune again will be in Aries from March 30th to October 22nd, giving us a little sneak peek of what this Neptune and Aries energy is going to bring. Um, but yeah, this is going to be a 14-year transit, so it's going to be kind of impossible to get a feel for what the entire transit is going to bring, but we will definitely feel it energetically, and kind of what that's going to feel like in a sense. All right, Scorpio. Well, I hope this helps you navigate the energy for March. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will connect with you in the next one.